Hey guys, how is it going? Today I want to teach you how to make a floating necklace. They are so pretty, and one of the best parts of them is you don't need many beads for it. So if you have a couple beads left over from a last necklace you did, this is a perfect necklace for you. Sounds familiar, sounds like the last time. But this actually uses even less beads than the last necklace. So see the floating necklace? Isn't that pretty? And I'm going to teach you how to do an adjustable clasp today. Adjustable clasp and a floating necklace, 2-in-1. What a bargain, what a deal. So that's about it. Let's get started. So this is all you're gonna need. You're gonna need a lot of things, more than usual. You're gonna need your beads. So I already laid my beads out. You're gonna need your crimping beads. Actually, you're gonna need a lot of crimping beads. This is a lot. This requires a lot of crimping beads. You're gonna need your clasp. Today I'm doing an adjustable clasp. So your lobster clasp, and then chain that your lobster clasp fits in. Today I picked out a really pretty heart chain, so I'm really excited. Make sure you try out your lobster clasp so that before you put it on, because if it's broken and it doesn't work, then it's kind of a pain in the butt to change it up. You're gonna need a thicker silver wire. So I'm using a 0.45, which is a thicker wire than like a 0.3. So you're gonna need a thicker wire. You're gonna need your tools. Always use your tools. These are the 4 main ones I like to bring. These 2 pliers and these cutting ones. I love bringing all 4 to the table. Then the extra thing, you're gonna need a measuring tape because you're gonna wanna cut your wire, because usually I've been telling you do not cut your wire beforehand. With this one, you wanna cut it beforehand. This is 19 inches because I want a 17-inch necklace. So if you want a 15-inch necklace, you're gonna need to add 2 inches, right? So you go to 7, you cut it to 17. If you want a 16-inch, you go to 18 inches. Today I want a 17-inch necklace, and I cut it to 19 inches so that we can put our clasp on. And then you're gonna need your Sharpie because you're gonna be measuring. You want the beads to be even spread apart when you put it on the necklace. And so you're gonna need a Sharpie for this. So go get yourself a Sharpie. And then I actually measured on a piece of paper what an inch is and then what a 1/2 inch is. If you have bigger beads for the floating necklace, you're gonna wanna do about an inch apart. But if you have smaller beads like I do today, I want my beads a 1/2 inch apart, and you want them to be very symmetric. You want them measured out because the necklace will look kind of janky and it won't be as pretty, and you want to measure out in between every bead, and I'm going to show you how to do that today. But I actually put on paper so it's a lot easier for me to measure them out. So let's get started. So the very first thing you're going to do, you're going to put 2 crimping beads on, because you're going to put your clasp on first. And so you need 2 crimping beads, and you're going to put your clasp on, bring it around, make it kind of a small loop. Put your first crimping bead on, make it so there is leeway so that it can move, and then you're gonna crimp the first crimping bead. Boom, already done. Why do you need the second crimping bead? Because this wire is gonna poke someone in the neck unless you have a second crimping bead. You don't wanna have your wire close to your first crimping bead because it'll just slip out super easy. And so this is a guaranteed way to not poke somebody, and then also to not have the wire slip out. So you're gonna put your second crimping bead on. Make sure you do it as close as possible to the wire so you can't see the wire on one of the sides of the crimping bead, and you're gonna crimp it. Boom, there you go. So from here, I am going to put another crimping bead on. We're gonna be using crimping beads like crazy, people, like crazy. So you're gonna do about 1/4 inch away from the last crimping bead, and you're gonna crimp this new crimping bead on. So 1/4 inch, get it down there, kind of eyeball it. Do about 1/4 inch. If you don't like eyeballing, you can measure about 1/4 inch away from the last crimping bead, and you're gonna crimp it, okay? So then you're gonna put on the beads. This is the exciting part. So put on your first bead, and then you're gonna put on your crimping bead, because you're gonna put 2 crimping beads for 1 bead, because you're gonna hold the bead in place. Okay, so this is where we're gonna use this little janky 1/2 inch I already made, right? So we're gonna put the crimping bead on one of the lines of the 1/2 inch, and then we're gonna mark the other 1/2 inch, right? Because we want it to be very, what do you call it? Not symbolic. We don't want it symbolic, we want it symmetric. Thank you, my husband who is recording this. We want it symmetric. So you're gonna get your crimping bead and you're gonna get it to the place you marked. You're gonna go and you're gonna squish it, right? So perfect, you have a 1/2 inch, and then you're gonna put your bead on. And then the next crimping bead goes. And then you are going to crimp your crimping bead where it looks just like that and do it all over again. So I'm gonna measure for my crimping bead, and I'm going to make sure that's a 1/2 inch. So it's symmetric. Get my crimping bead on there, and then find my mark and crimp, and crimp it, and put my bead on and do it all over again. So you're gonna do that with your whole necklace. So my necklace is almost complete. I got all the beads, look at that, so pretty, I love it, I love it, I love it. So the last thing I need to do is I need to put 2 crimping beads on and my chain to make this necklace adjustable. So I put my 2 crimping beads on. I'm gonna put the chain on next, loop the wire over the chain, and then put it through my first crimping bead. Push the crimping bead pretty far up, but make sure there's enough leeway for the chain, and then crimp. And then my other crimping bead needs to make sure that it's covering the wire end. I need to find the wire end and crimp. Isn't that so pretty? I love it. And you have your adjustable necklace clasp and your floating bead necklace. Isn't that gorgeous? So easy, and you can do it too. I love it, I love it, I love it, I love it. I love floating necklaces. They're so easy and they're so beautiful. I hope you can see this really pretty blue, pretty blue color. So pretty. So yeah, that's all I have for you today. If you have any questions, comments, thumbs up for this video, please do so. I'd love to get some thumbs up. Also, if you want to subscribe to my channel, I do videos twice a week, click here. And then if you want to see the last video I did of how to make a 3-stranded, braided, awesome, cool necklace, click right there. And yeah, and then another video of mine right there. So 2 videos, subscribe to my channel, do your thing. All right, I love you guys. I will talk to you later. All right, bye.